Manisha Vishnu and I'm from Hyderabad, Telangana, and I would like to thank Febina India and Rajasthani Namkeens for giving me this opportunity to show one of my recipe. And today I will be showing a recipe of chicken pie crust. So let's get started. In order to make chicken pie crust, the ingredients that are required are milk, chopped coriander, chopped yellow bell pepper, red bell pepper, chopped carrot and one chopped onion, a few green chilies chopped, garlic, pepper, oregano, one egg, salt as per taste, and Amul mozzarella cheese, Nutrilite butter. We are also going to use shredded chicken. This has already been cooked in oil, pepper and salt, and it's been shredded. And in order to make pie crust, we are going to use puff pastry. This is easily available in the market. However, you can also make it in the home by using all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt and butter, and by adding cold water. Make a dough. Continue. Okay. The puff pastry, which is easily available in the market. So in order to bake pie crust, we need to use puff pastry. This has been made with all-purpose flour, salt, butter and cold water. To make the chicken pie, we need to take a flat pan and add butter to it. Here I am using Nutrilite butter. Pause le diya na video. Let the butter get melted. Pause Vishnu. Once the butter is melted, add chopped onions to it. Chopped garlic and green chilies. Saute it until the onions gets transparent. Now, in order to make this creamy, we need to add little bit of all-purpose flour. And allow the flour to cook in the butter. Now once when you see that the flour is cooked properly in the butter, let's start adding milk. We need to add the milk in a small portion checking the consistency. Instead of milk, you can also use fresh cream if available. Lower the flame and allow the milk to cook with the vegetables to get a creamy structure. The creamy chicken pie is ready. Let's turn off the stove and allow it to cool down. I'm going to leave this open and allow it to cool. Meanwhile, let's start making the pie crust. I'm going to take this dough and divide it into 2 equal portions and make 2 round chapatis. So I've divided the dough into 2 portions, and let's start making the chapati with the help of the rolling pin. So first let's sprinkle little bit of dry flour and then roll it into a fine round shaped chapati. Okay, the size of the pie crust should be bigger than the size of the container that you're using it. Let's start making another roll. Alright, this is done. Let's keep this aside and start the plating. So I'm going to plate it on an aluminium dish. You can also use ceramic bowls if you have. So let me place the first layer on it and start adjusting the corners. Once the sheet is placed in the aluminium dish, let's add the chicken pie to it. And spread it evenly. Now let's add the grated mozzarella cheese. It's optional. If you don't want it to be too cheesy, you can avoid this. So once the cheese is added, let's start placing another sheet on top of it. And cover it completely. Now you need to attach both the sheets in such a way that the mixture should not come out. I'm just pressing it harder so that the sheets are attached to each other. I've attached both the sheets to each other. Now let's start cutting the left out one. You can also bake it as it is, but let's make some design on it just to look it more pleasant. So I'm making a small design with the help of my index finger. Just press your finger, push the dough forward and just press it with another two fingers. So that gives you a design. Okay. Now this is done. Now let's start making a small slurs in the between so that the moisture is gone out. I mean, when you're baking it, the moisture should come out. Now we need to egg wash it. In order to egg wash, let's take an egg and beat it with the help of a fork. So once the egg is beaten, you need to apply it all over the pie. Make sure you apply it on the corners as well. Now this is done. Now let's sprinkle some pepper powder and oregano at the top. You can also sprinkle chili flakes, and that's optional again. Now the chicken pie crust is ready to go into the oven for baking. So the chicken pie crust is ready to be baked. I've already preheated the oven on 180 degrees for 25 minutes. So let's bake it for 180 degrees for about 25 minutes. Yeah, ma'am. Wow, it's perfectly baked. Okay, the chicken pie crust is perfectly baked, and just look at it, it's got a lovely shape. So we will leave this to cool it down for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will cut it into the slice. Okay, let's cut it into a slice. Okay, let's remove one slice slowly. Wow. Pository. Pause it. The pie crust is ready to serve. Let's garnish it with few coriander leaves. Done. We are rolling it down. The chicken pie crust is ready to be served.